Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSi DFS Fantasy NASCAR Picks. I'm Mr. My Guru 31. Really a real quick video here today because I just think this race is going to rain out. Probably might not race till Monday, just looking at the forecast at Michigan for both races. But we did have practice and qualifying. So if you can see on the screen what I have projections, I didn't get a chance to flatten them. So they're a little rangy. I usually like to do the run them and then run them between like 55 is the high and like 10 is the low, but didn't get my formula for that is broken. So Creed gets the pole here. I think that he's could be a good dominator. A great comparison track to this is Indianapolis. So you can see where they finished in Indy on here. The ones that wrecked, I just put their starting position. So you'll see some duplicated numbers, but there was like a four-car wreck early on, but I really didn't want to hold that against them because it was going to drag my numbers down when I tried to finish up and do the finishing projections. So finishing projections were their average finish on this type of track, average finish at Indy, or not at Michigan if they have run there. Actually, their average running position, because that finish position is not always an indicator what their practice speed was and how they did at Indy. So Freed, definitely a dominator. Perps, upside dominator. I know he did win at Indy and led 30 laps there, but he does have a propensity to get into trouble, so I don't always trust him 100%. Taylor Gray is in a great car here, looked good. Qualifying practice was a little bit slower, so just see how he hangs out with the big boys up there. I think he could be an upside dominator. Cole Custer was the second best car at Indianapolis, led 47 laps, so I think that he's definitely the other dominator. And if I can get Creed and Custer in the same lineup, that's fine. It might be a little bit too hard because two prime plays I'm looking at have great place differential. And I think you want to treat this not as like a complete super speedway, but they're using that engine and package. So I'm not saying stack the back, but you might want to look for some place differential plays also here and not just the dominator because it's not like there's hundreds of laps here. There's only 125. So if somebody goes out there and leads all the laps, then you're probably going to want them, but I don't think they're necessary. I think you want to do finishing position and place differential over down points. Chandler Smith and Brandon Jones, I think, are definitely this a decent type of track for them. Second and fifth in practice, but 13th and 15th at Indy. So keeping your dominator pool, but I don't. I think they can finish in the top 10, but I don't think that they're going to have spectacular days. Ryan Sieg's always solid in these types of races. I think he can hang out in the top 10, and his price point at 7,500 is pretty decent for you. Waffle, kind of a wild card here, not racing for points or anything. I don't have anything for the playoffs because they still have a bunch of. I know truck is already decided. Cup only has a couple more, but they go deep into almost September for the Xfinity field before they start the playoffs. So I'm not worried about that at this point. But Quaffle doesn't have to go for stage points, so that gives him kind of an advantage. But Indy 10th, practice 14th. I think he can finish in the top 10, but my model is on 15th with some of the other add-ons into this field. Love's been good. Like we saw him out there, like in Daytona, and it doesn't fear on super speedways. It's not super speedway, but like larger, faster tracks. Getting out there and leading. So I think he's got an upside dominator. Um, Definitely somebody I'd look at GPP. John Hunter Nemechek, I gotta go with prime play here. He's in Jonas' car. He's been run well here. His first in practice. This car with a different driver finished third in Indy. Just all the things point to him potentially winning this race, not having to go for stage points and stuff, and just with his experience and everything, for me, he's going to be a prime play. Sam Mayer, you got to reckon Indy. I think he does have some upside as a dominator, but he sometimes rubs people the wrong way and makes like too aggressive moves. So can't make him a counter player or a purple dominator. Gregson, like normally, like should be the same situation as Nemechek, but in this car, sorry, I'll bring that back out. I don't know why that got hidden, but in in this 30 car hasn't been the greatest. So 23rd in practice, 12th at Indy, has about like finishing 17th. So I think there's definitely some upside here. And I didn't get a chance to put like the um 20K drivers here, but he'd be one that I consider in that pool, especially if his ownership seems like it's going to be in the medium range. Almendinger, I think you put as a cash play. He's in no man's land. I don't think you're going to be able to get to him. There's some place differential here. He is a top 10 driver and starting 13th. So definitely somebody if you want to save for some of the 10K guys to balance out your lineup. It works. Sammy Smith, GPP, all his numbers give him finishing in the low teens. Does have the potential here, so there's some upside. Lawless Allen coming over for truck racing, 15th at Indy. I don't know if he, no, he didn't run there. I think I just put that in there as the average. Um, but 22nd in practice and stuff. I think he does have some upside. But if D800, but I think it's going to be playing more in the GPP than, and he might be another 20K driver for you there. Allgaier, you got to have him as cash play here. I like Hill and Nemechek a little bit better, but definitely a top 10 driver. So if you're just going straight place differential and say, I don't know who's going to dominate this race, there's not enough laps to care about, and want to start down here and put him in a three king lineup, then there's enough value to make that work. So if you want to start your lineup, Nemechek, Allgaier, and Hill, I completely get it. Earnhardt, I think, is a solid cash play here. He's in a Sam Hunt coming out his normal junk car. Um, I know practice was 27th, and I have him 17th because he didn't run Indy, but that's where he's starting here. So that's what I did with Lawless Allen. Anybody that didn't race in Indy, their starting position is their Indy finish, just figuring that's where they qualified. So uh, has him finishing 28th. Like, might drop a little bit, but I think he's usually has a solid floor for cash. Burton does who usually in these types of races, he's won late tracks before Jordan Anderson. So I think I'll rebrand him as cash. I think he's pretty safe to do there. I get that icon off the screen. Austin Hill like has always been really good at these tracks. Sixth in practice, sixth in Indy, just didn't qualify well here. My model has him finishing second. I think he's going to be an absolute smash play. He doing that stupid shows up. Try to go over here. Clements, Parker Klingerman, and Shane Van Gisberg, who finished fourth at Indy, all didn't qualify well, but they all have upside to get up to the top 15, maybe the top 10. Not maybe not Clements. Clements probably is going to think where he starts, but Klingerman and Van Gisberg definitely have upside there. Klingerman 12th at Indy, like I said, Van Gisberg um, fourth, so like them. And then Die, starting out here in this colleague car, has always raced well. He's seventh in practice. He finished seventh in Indy. He's got I don't know if even if he doesn't make the top 10, if he makes it to the top like 14, that's 10 place differential points, 7,200. Lock that in for me in cash. Caesar starting a little too far forward. It's going to be fade for me. Parker Retzlaff, miserable experience in Cup last week, but he should be solid here as a cash play. Usually runs well on these types of tracks. Kyle Sieg is usually okay. GPP for me. Weatherman and Josh Williams are usually cars that finish in the mid to high 20s. So there's a little place differential there at 6K range like that. Perkins to be in Datto, GPP. Just seeing these cars not perform as well as I'd like. Hummerling thinks he's a fade. Honeyman, we used to call him Moneyman. He just usually is able to get up through the field. I got him finishing 27th, so there's some place differential there, 52. Blicky and Bearden, not their type of racetrack. Don't really like them, equipment and everything. I think Poole and Ellis, if you need to take some darts down here, and these Alpha Prime cars are solid. And Joey Gase is going to be a fade for me. So we got for you Cyrus so short, but again, I don't think they're going to race today. So if I do have any updates, I'll throw it out there. Plus, my voice is from a sinus infection or something is just kind of like a little scratchy, so I don't know how long it lasts. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat below. Hit me up at MegaRotor31 on X or Twitter. If you want more information, I have FSi DFS coach description video for if you want to get in there on a pricing page It's $5 for NASCAR weekend, but it's only $6 for a VIP per day, which makes a lot of sense because if you like subscribe in the middle of the day, it's a 24-hour thing. It's going to get you Xfinity, it's going to get you Cup, it'll get you MLB today, it'll get you EPL soccer today, it will get you Showdown cores for um PGA, it will get you WNBA. So lots of cool things covered for a low price $6. So if these videos helps back, like, subscribe to the channel, and share with friends. So thanks for watching. I'm Mega 31. I'll be back for the Cup race tonight. And good luck in your contest. Hope you have an amazing weekend. Hopefully do race. I'll see you next time.